Alright guys, just arrived back home. I'm bringing out the camera before I can think about anything because I want to get my genuine fucking reaction with you guys. Right here, right now.
This is exclusive. Go! Nothing can stop me, I'm all the way up.
If this fucking camera will let me do it. Come on, man. Work with me. Shit. So it's 10:15, Sunday the 10th of December. We've been to the ED department. Thank God, thank the Lord that there was no one in front of, well, pretty much no one in front of me. There was about 2 people. Usually there's frickin' at least 10. So I went into ED, it was pretty empty, blah, blah, blah. I actually got seen within like probably 45 minutes, and the emergency doctor wanted the surgical doctor to come down and have a look, so they called him in. He was obviously at home enjoying his evening, and I come in and ruined it all for him. But anyways, he comes down, he's a really nice guy, an Asian guy, and thankfully he put me at ease. Even the nurse, I gotta say, man, when I went down there, the nurse put me at ease straight away. She's like, look, you're in the right place, because obviously I always sort of doubt myself with things like that. I think I'm worrying about things too much. So when I go in there, especially ED, I'd hate to think that I'm taking up someone else's time with something that is not, an emergency. So I go in there and I'm still feeling guilty about it, and I'm thinking, is there anything wrong anyway? I went in there, basically said, look, I think I've got 2 hematomas. They took one look at it and agreed with me. So the first thing that you got to do is basically try and get the fluid/blood out of it, like I was saying. So I went in, they called in the surgical doctor. He arrived about half an hour later, talked with me. He said that he explained to me that they'll basically use quite a long needle. I didn't even want to look, to be honest. I fucking closed my eyes. He said it won't hurt, in which it didn't actually. But yeah, they stick the needle through scar tissue, so it's actually numb, so I didn't feel it. He put it in there. Unfortunately, he thinks that it's quite early stages of the hematoma, in which case the blood is actually clotted. And in time it will loosen up and disperse probably on its own, although if you want to speed up the process, you get it aspirated, you get it taken out through the syringe. So today, unfortunately, it was too thick, it was too clotted to take it out. So he tried, he got probably about that much out of my left one, and a little bit more, probably about 10-20 mil out of my right one. It did not change the shape of it. If anything, it took away a slight bit of bruising from the surface of the skin, but to be honest, it didn't change fuck all. So here I am, 3 hours later, back at home with no real solution other than to continue wearing my compression vest until Thursday, when I've got an appointment booked with that doctor that I saw tonight. So he's going to monitor it from now on. He's going to be my post-operative doctor. He's a surgeon. He's done plenty of gynecomastia surgeries, none cosmetic, but obviously, what is it when it's not cosmetic? Fucking medical, on medical grounds, I guess. Taking out the gland for other reasons other than cosmetic surgery. But yeah, man, am I rambling right now? Well, I kind of feel like it. I'm depressed. This was meant to improve my life. Really does make you think. Is it all worth it? Like, seriously. Of course it makes you think that. What I will say is that not only the nurse but the doctor, put me at ease. He said, look, this is common. We could have taken it out tonight, but in 2 days' time it probably would have filled back up again somewhat. In which case you go back in, get it taken out again. It might happen 3 times before it stops filling up, and that means that the cavity, that the layer of skin has, you know, formed with the pec, basically, and that cavity has shut, and there's no room for any fluid build-up anymore. And the only way that's going to happen is through time. I think some people are lucky; they don't get any fluid build-up. But before I do go, this is going to be the end of this vlog. I'm going back to see the doctor on Thursday. Today's Sunday, so I'm gonna just see how we go the next few days. I can't do anything. You know, maybe in 4 or 5 days' time, it may have gone away. Fingers crossed. I don't know. You know, I am a little bit depressed right now, but I'm optimistic. I really am. You know, I am optimistic. I wasn't before, but I am now because of what the doctor told me. Being the fact that he's done heaps before, he says this is pretty common, and I'm also seeing the same guy on Thursday. So, you know, I feel like I'm in good hands, but this is definitely not the way I envisioned things to go. But anyways, guys, am I losing size? I don't know, am I getting smaller? Fuck, maybe. I'm honestly not worried about that. I could not give a fuck about losing muscle right now. The only thing I care about is getting this shit on track as far as healing goes. So the cuts he took a good look at, and yes, they have ripped slightly because of the pressure put on them because of the build up underneath, which is so shit. I mean, how shit is that? You know, it's not meant to go like that, man. It's my fucking fault for not hanging around on the Gold Coast long enough, to be honest. I should have stayed there for 5 days, got the drains taken out at like 5 days. Okay, because it was still draining a little bit. But the funny thing is that my left one didn't bleed, like at all, the whole entire time. And now that this has happened, the left one's actually the worst side. So, you know, something's happened along the way that's caused this. And I think it was taking off the bandages after 2 days when they were, you know, the really, really tight bandages that kept it really nice and flat. You know, there was no room for any fluid build-up because the bandages were so tight. So I think that was probably my mistake for trying to take off from the Gold Coast too early. And so, you know, learn from my mistakes, guys. That's all I can say. But, you know, I am optimistic. I may sound a bit down, but I am optimistic. I know I'm going to get a good result eventually, okay? I know I am. It's just going to take a little bit more time than I thought. But in saying that, we're not even 2 weeks into the recovery. So anyways, guys, take from this video what you will, man. I've gone through a couple of days of absolute fucking anguish and, you know, just worry and everything. I feel a bit better now, although, you know, these still look exactly the same as they did before. So I will see you guys in the next one. I hope I'm not scaring you guys too much. You know, this is, I guess, it's quite common, to be honest. It's common to have to get some fluid drained from a gynecomastia surgery, you know, once or twice. I'm pretty sure it is. If it is, let me know. If it's not, fucking let me know. Anyways, guys, I gotta go. It's bedtime. I got work tomorrow. Peace.
My heart up when the rest of me is down. You enchant me.